This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you were able to enjoy some time off. I know I was. But now it's time to get back to things, and we start where there's a battle brewing in Europe between environmentalists and the automotive industry. And it's mainly about the EU's plan to ban new ICE vehicles in 2035. Last week, Germany's chancellor urged the EU to allow exemptions for plug-in hybrids, extended range electrics, and, quote, highly efficient combustion-powered cars. And now Stellantis CEO Antonio Filosa is essentially saying the same thing. He says it's necessary to, quote, return the European auto industry to growth. The EU will unveil a set of proposals later this month to support the auto industry, including a review of its emission targets. And it looks like Audi is already expecting some sort of regulatory relief. It's making updates to its 3-liter V6 diesel that goes into models like the A6 and Q5. It now comes combined with a belt-driven starter generator, electric compressor, and LFP battery pack. The 48-volt system for the starter generator also powers the electric compressor, which is located behind the turbocharger and the intercooler in the intake path. If the system detects that the accelerator pedal has been mashed down, but the turbo hasn't had time to spool up, the intake air will be directed to the electric compressor, where it will be compressed again before entering the engine. Audi claims this, quote, overcomes turbo lag and also significantly lowers fuel consumption compared to the previous engine generation. When combined with all its new tech, the updated 3-liter V6 diesel makes 220 kilowatts, or about 295 horsepower, and nearly 430 pound-feet of torque. The Volkswagen Group is making an interesting change to its European manufacturing footprint that we'll really have to keep an eye on. All of the company's plants in Spain and Portugal will report to one manufacturing executive who will oversee all planning, production, logistics, and launches. VW AG says the move is to give the region greater autonomy and flexibility to boost efficiency and competitiveness. The goal is to have leaner operations, faster launches, and long-term gains in manufacturing competitiveness. The company makes Volkswagen, Seat, and Cupra models in Spain and Portugal and is building a gigafactory for EV batteries in Spain. Here's our Autoline insight. If VW thinks this works well in the Iberian Peninsula, then it will probably want to change to a regional management structure across the world. Tesla's Cybercab received a lot of criticism for being impractical because it only seats 2 people. But it turns out Tesla could have the right approach. According to data that Waymo provided to the California Public Utilities Commission, 90% of its trips have 2 or less people, and 75% have 1 or less. Just 6% of rides have 3 passengers, and only 3% have 4 passengers. So, if the Cybercab is able to launch without a steering wheel and pedals, it looks like Tesla will be able to cover most trips. But its bigger hurdle will likely be getting approval to roll out the service.
Making a life full of memories, one road trip at a time. That's what really matters. Bridgestone Weather Peak tires with a 70,000-mile limited warranty.
China's auto industry is in a strange position. From one angle, it looks unstoppable, but from another, it looks increasingly fragile. Here's what I mean. According to the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers, exports hit 7 million vehicles. That's 1 million more than last year and double the number from 3 years ago. Chinese automakers are taking the global market by storm. And yet, BYD, the largest automaker in China, is now into a 3-month sales slump despite strong exports. Sales fell more than 5% in November, and profits plummeted 33% in the last quarter. BYD enjoyed explosive growth over the last few years as it launched a slew of new models into the Chinese market. But that market is looking increasingly oversaturated, and BYD may have overextended its product line. All this has investors worried about what's going to happen next year if the Chinese market softens. Chinese EV stocks started trending down 2 months ago and really started to fall a couple of weeks ago. Though NEV sales are still growing, they're now growing at half the rate they were at the beginning of the year. Only a handful of Chinese automakers are profitable, but at the rate they're going, they may be headed for a situation where none of them are making money. General Motors and Tesla have recently told their North American suppliers they don't want them sourcing anything for their USA-made vehicles from China, so their supply chains aren't disrupted by geopolitical problems. And now companies in Europe are doing the same. According to the EU Chamber of Commerce, a third of member companies are looking to move supply chains away from China because of China tightening control on exports. And another 40% of companies say China is processing export licenses more slowly than promised. EV startup VinFast has been able to increase sales to a little over 110,000 vehicles through the first 9 months of the year. But it's spending a lot of money to expand, so here's one way it might try to increase its appeal. Reports say VinFast is considering shifting away from only electric vehicles and adding range extenders or maybe even hybrids to its lineup. Sources say one plan under consideration is to use a small internal combustion engine that would help charge the battery to help provide more range, but wouldn't provide any power to the wheels. While nothing is final yet, we think this would be the perfect application for horsepower train. And with that, we wrap up today's report. Thanks for tuning in.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. CSP, the composites solution partner. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And thanks to the following YouTube and Patreon members.
Developing today's vehicles. Issues can happen in an instant. When's the best time to solve a problem? The minute you know you have one. Meet Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your secure, off-the-shelf solution empowering real-time collaboration for quick resolution. With Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your team can prevent issues before they can escalate. Driver communication data and remote diagnostics to analyze and resolve your problems using OTA, allowing your executives oversight throughout the process. Wireless NeoVi Cloud, your vehicle update solution in production and on the road. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
At CSP, we work with OEM engineers across the country on their journeys to lighter, safer, and more eco-friendly vehicles. Learn more at thecsp.com.